Hi there, Dr. Vicki Lemford here with the Shift Happens channel. Today, we're going to talk about expectations. We have an expectation that we can have, be, and do all that we desire, which is great. But where do expectations become more of a controlling thing or more of a barrier to manifesting all of our desires? We're going to get into that and more. But before we do, like, share, comment, build our community. That's how we are able to share the message, and I so appreciate you. I learn from you just as much as you learn from me. If you enjoy learning how to manifest and you need a little help, go ahead and contact me at shifthappenslifecoaching@gmail.com. All the information is below in the comments. Let's get into this. Expectation. Now let's talk about it from the SP point of view, because I know a lot of you out there are all about trying to find that or manifest that specific person. So you might send a text out, right? And when you send that text out, deep down, maybe in the moment, you're like, oh gosh, that felt good, and you go about your day. But then all of a sudden, you are constantly checking your phone. And you're like, okay, it's been 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. And then all of a sudden you start comparing and you're like, man, if I got a text from my SP, I would have responded quickly. I would have said it like this, and I would have put even an emoji in there, right? And so you have all these expectations, right? And that's a little unfair, because that's coming from your perspective. That's coming from your source of needing someone, needing that validation, needing something to tell you, see, there's the proof. Now, let's say you do get the proof on the outside, which is not where it's really powerful. All the proof, I will always say, comes from inside. It's not coming from out here. It's always on the inside. But we're human, and we love to look at the 3D and go, oh, it's working, it's working, it's coming, the money's coming, the person's coming, whatever. So then all of a sudden you start defining what that text or no text means. And oftentimes it's coming from a place of hurt, rejection, abandonment, And so you're creating this whole identity of this expectation of what this text should look and sound like. And that is coming from a place of lack, because you are looking to them, you are looking to the 3D, you are looking to your phone to say, yes, there's proof. And let's say you do even get what that text says, and you're like, wow, they responded quickly, they did this. You might feel really good, but then all of a sudden you start doubting. You're like, well, they may have just responded like that because they do that to everyone. You'll start downplaying it. So that is where the expectations really come in and start messing with the middle, right? And so what do we do about that? If you are trying to manifest your specific person and you feel compelled to send a text, this is what I would do. First of all, note how you're feeling. Are you anxious? Are you trying? Are you, oh my gosh, wonder what? You have to be super honest with yourself, because that is the only way you're going to really get what you want. Be honest. So right before you send that, feel your body, feel if there's anxiousness or tightness, and really dig deep. Is there a reason why you're sending this, right? Are you trying to get a response? Are you trying to test out? Are you trying to get information? And instead, if you see it and you're like, I just thought of you, and I have pure love and an appreciation, and I don't need you to respond, send it. When you don't need someone to respond and you're just simply saying, I am thinking about you, I hope you're having a great day. You do that with your friends, you do that, and you don't need a response. That's inspired action. When you look at something and you're like, I'm gonna do this and let's test it and let's see where we're at with this whole journey. You don't wanna test that. That's manipulation, right? If you're doing things out of the pureness of the love of your heart, do it. But if you're expecting them to act and sound and look a certain way, you're out of your power. That is in the state of need, right? You're desperate. Oh my gosh. And you might not even feel desperate, but you are anxiously going, I need this. Drop everything. Go back to you. Go back to your self-worth, your self-love, and your self-identity. Who are you? I am someone that needs this to happen. Okay, be honest. Now we're honest. Now we can work with it, because that, again, the 3D is mirroring your belief system. That's where you can do your work. That's where you sit still and you're like, okay, what exactly do I need from this? What is it that I need to feel good to happen in order for me to feel good? And that's where your limiting belief will start revealing itself. And again, forgive yourself, forgive the person that kind of installed that into your belief system, and just let it go. Manifesting is a constant surrendering to the 3D all the time and giving it back to God. So that expectation, even before, you can also do this, before you send that text, play out the reel. Meaning, if I send it and then they respond really quick, how are you going to accept it? Are you going to receive it and accept it for what it is? Or are you going to put a negative story to it? Are you going to get anxious? Or are you going to be like, oh, this is great? Play out how you're going to feel and what you're going to assign to the meaning. If you send it, play out the reel. And if let's say they respond quickly, how are you going to react to that? If they don't respond, how are you going to react to that? If they respond, but it's not quite in the timing or what they want you wanted to hear, how are you going to react to that? That is a huge indicator of where you're at with your manifesting, with your SP, wanting, needing them to respond, look and sound a certain way. It has nothing to do with them. It has everything to do with you. You need to get off the subject and get back into you and go, wow, check me out. I've got this going. I've got that going. I am freaking feeling good, right? And you just focus on, get off the subject totally. That's why I always say manifest in all areas of your life. Go learn find something new to do, right? Go to a new restaurant, go to a movie, get off the subject. Go find something that you enjoy. Develop yourself to a point where when you don't care whether or not they respond, that's when you're in your state of power. You're magnetic. Everybody will come to you. I don't care if it's a romantic person, a colleague, someone that you might not even know, and you're throwing things out and you don't care if they, how they respond to it or react to it. You don't need them to say or do anything to make you feel better. You do that. How do you do it? It goes back to self-love. It is all about self-love. It is all about staying in your power in the moment, right here, right now, and you recognize who you are. Make that positive aspect list all the time about you. Focus on you. Gosh, see yourself walking to work. See yourself in front of people at meetings. Those moments, even if you're trying to get your romantic specific person, see yourself at work as that confident, loving, approachable, fun person, right? See yourself in the grocery store, wherever, as that magnetic, fun, approachable, joyous, loving person. Do it in every moment of every day, in every instance. And then all of a sudden, things will start coming to you. And you're not even focusing on that SP. And that is a beautiful place to be, because the more you focus on that, and I know we tell you to focus on your desire, but I think we overdo it. I think you need a balance. And I think you need to believe in it and know in it. When you think about other moments that you manifested things, did you sit there and obsess and think, okay, now I gotta, do 10 items of things that I love about this, and how am I gonna feel? What is this gonna? Yeah, you do, but it's an instant. It's like you kind of think about it, you throw it out there, you kind of see that you see the ending, you feel it, and then you come back here and you're in the moment and you're following that nudge, you're following that whisper. And sometimes you take a peek and you come back and take a peek, come back, It's not, I think we try too hard. We really, really do. And we're not allowing. That is really, I'm finding it's a real common thing. Because I think when we think, oh God, we got to intentionally manifest, that means we have to do this whole checklist. You don't have to do shit. You just have to believe. And you just have to know that God has your back. And if it's a desire, it comes from God. It doesn't just come from your thought process. It comes to you from God as God. And because you're working through God as God, it's a combo thing. It's a great partner. Lean on that partner, right? And so I know this helped. I know it landed with you. So go ahead, like, share, comment. And if you want help manifesting your desires, go ahead and contact me at shifthappenslifecoaching@gmail.com. Until next time, I love ya. All right, take care. I'm going to wait till 11:11 because I am recording this on my birthday. Bye. 11. Ready?